20 retail store manager interview questions and answers. Every retail store requires a good manager for smooth and effective operations. A manager can also inspire the store employees to work for better productive results. So, naturally, applying for such an important role requires a lot of efficiency. The candidate should also have experience and knowledge about managerial skills. However, if you think that you have the credibility and want to apply for such a role, this article is for you. So, here we have shortlisted 20 retail store manager interview questions and answers for you to frame your replies further. 1. Why are you interested in this role? The interviewer here wants to know how knowledgeable you are for this role. So, describe your past work experience and your career goals. Sample answer. I started my professional career as a retail store manager almost 5 years back. Also, I was the retail store manager in my previous company and performed my duties with pure hard work and dedication. Ever since I did my management course, I dreamt of working as a manager. I also love facing new challenges as it motivates me to work even harder. 2. What are the roles of a retail store manager? With this question, the interviewer wants to test your knowledge on this role. So, share all the major duties you need to perform for this role. Sample answer. As a retail store manager, I would observe every operation in the store and make sure everything runs smoothly. Also, my job would be solving customer problems, stock management, and inspiring my staff to perform better. I would also design marketing strategies for launching or promoting products. 3. What are the qualities that a retail store manager needs to be successful? Here the interviewer wants to know how informed you are about this role. So, answer all the traits that a person needs in order to achieve success in this role. Sample answer. Firstly, a store manager needs to be a multitasker in order to become successful. A retail store manager should know about employee management, cost minimization, developing marketing plans, budgeting, and leadership. Maintaining a professional environment in the store is another quality that a store manager should possess. Also, he or she needs to be qualified enough to recruit and train new staff members. 4. What major challenges did you face during your last role? How did you manage them? Here, the interviewer expects to know about your problem-solving skills. So, highlight the issues you solved and also mention your process to succeed. Sample answer. As soon as I passed out from my college, I got my first job. But, just like every beginner, I had no idea regarding the struggles and challenges that I was about to face. I had managed a team of 7 people, and I had no idea about team management. Eventually, I learned the importance of listening to my team's opinion. And during the managing process I learned the value of team management. 5. Describe your daily routine as a retail store manager. With this question, the interviewer wants to know about the daily working schedule that you would follow and taps into your organizational skills. So, answer the everyday duties of a retail store manager. Sample answer. The primary responsibility of a retail store manager is opening and closing the store timely. As a manager, I would ensure everything is in perfect working condition, like electrical appliances. Also, I would keep the records of the stocks every day. Keeping track of the daily attendance of employees is also important, so I will take care of that. 6. Describe briefly about your experience. This is a common question where the interviewer wants to know about your job experience. So, provide your job experience so far, in detail. Sample answer. I started my professional career with Exxon, working as a junior member in their management team. I worked there for 2 years. Then, I switched to a brand new startup, working as a junior retail store manager. There, I gathered most of my experience and knowledge by working as a second in command. I worked there for 3 long years and ultimately ended up as the senior retail store manager. 7. What kind of strategies and mindset is required for this role? Through this question, the interviewer wants to verify whether you have the mindset and strategies required for this job. So, provide all the techniques and skills that you acquired for this role through your work experience. Sample answer. As a retail store manager, the primary strategy is to prepare for multitasking, as the role demands handling multiple duties simultaneously. The next strategy is to minimize the store expense and maximize its revenue. It's crucial to manage the recruitment process to hire the best individuals for their respective jobs. Another important mindset is to inspire and motivate the staff members for better results. 8. What is the biggest challenge that you foresee in this job? Here, the interviewer wants to know how informed you are about this company. So, do your homework accordingly. Sample answer: I have done a fair share of research about your store before applying for the job. Thankfully, I have not come across any challenges that I can consider as impossible. Also, I like to face challenges, and it keeps me motivated. I am sure I will face and try to resolve any sort of challenge that I stumble upon with equal passion and responsibility. 9. How do you stay motivated in your work? Here, the interviewer wants to understand your motivations and whether you are optimistic enough. So, mention your process to keep yourself motivated. Sample answer: I mostly see myself as a dedicated workaholic person. It took me several years to build this trait through my experience and hard work. I push my limits to achieve something or to overcome new challenges in my professional career. Also, I love reading about famous personalities and how they have overcome their hurdles. Their struggle stories inspire me and keep me motivated in my work. 10. Describe a time when you failed in this role and the lesson you learnt. With this question, the interviewer taps into your credibility for the job and tries to understand how you perceive failure. So, answer it tactfully and highlight the positive lessons you learned. Sample answer: During my previous job, I made a huge mistake in calculating the amount of stock present in the store. The store had to pay for my mistake. Everyone was very disappointed, and I almost lost my job. But the store owners were very kind to give me a second chance to prove my capabilities. That day I learned the importance of paying attention to every minute detail. I also learned the importance of rechecking before submitting. 11. Why do you feel you are the most suited for this role? Here, the interviewer is asking why they should hire you among many. So, share only those criteria that will meet their needs. Sample answer: Well, I have years of professional job experience and knowledge for this role. Moreover, I also have leadership qualities, and store management is my passion. I love to work with my staff and love to inspire them with positive energy. So, I hope with my qualities, I can manage this store with elegance and class, thus leading your business to new heights. 12. Share with us your greatest achievement. Here, the interviewer wishes to know the one achievement that you find the greatest so far. Here you have to be choosy and wise. So, highlight only those accomplishments that will put you in the desirable position. Sample answer: In my last job, the retail store was facing massive trouble in reducing the store expenditure. Since the store had a high expense, the net profit also got affected. But I, with my knowledge and experience, reduced the expenditure. So, I consider this as my greatest achievement so far in my professional career. 13. Describe a time when you came across an angry customer. It is a common query for this role where the interviewer wants to check your problem-solving skills in a critical situation. So, describe an incident where you have faced such issues and dealt with patience. Sample answer: It actually happened to me in my previous job. A customer came in complaining about a faulty product that he bought earlier from the store. The damage was physical, and according to our store policy, we do not take any physically damaged products. After knowing about our store policy, the customer got angry. But I patiently listened to him and made him understand that we cannot go outside our store policy. Finally, he understood. 14. What techniques would you use to handle a conflict between staff? Here, the interviewer wants to see how you handle conflicts inside your team. So, highlight the tricks and techniques that you would use to diffuse such conflicts. Sample answer: In my previous job, I caught two of my staff members arguing with each other. I spoke with them individually and heard their opinion about the problem. I simply helped them figure out the underlying problem. The issue got resolved eventually. 15. How would you ensure customer service improvement? Here, the interviewer wants to understand what measure you would take to improve customer service of the store. So, provide all the steps that you would take to improve customer service. Sample answer: As a retail store manager, I would emphasize on engagement with the customers to ensure maximum improvement in customer service. Also, I would like to handle every minute detail in the customer service department, like product review, packaging, etc. 16. How would you maintain discipline in the store? The interviewer wants to know about your disciplinary measures for the store. So, highlight all the techniques you might use to maintain discipline in the store. Sample answer. For any retail store, punctuality is the key to success. So, I would advise my staff members to be punctual with their office hours. Also, having a transparent and healthy working environment is important to ensure maximum productivity from the staff. 17. How would you handle pressure? Here, the interviewer asks how you react to pressure and stress. So, describe your strategies to handle pressure. Sample answer. I have started my professional career for a while now, so I understand the significance of handling pressure with responsibility. There were times when I had intense work pressure and tight deadlines. However, in such situations, I keep myself calm. Since I practice multitasking, it also helps me to overcome such situations. Also, a regular meditation regime works at managing work pressure. 18. What is your motivation strategy towards staff members? Here, the interviewer asks about your strategy to motivate the staff. So, tactfully provide your approach to motivate the employees. Sample answer. My strategy for motivation would be communicating with my staff to understand their needs. It would help me to come up with a personalized motivation plan. I also think praising and recognizing their efforts at regular intervals will inspire them to function better. Providing rewards for small achievements like gifts cards, bonuses, and required time off will also motivate them. 19. What is your greatest weakness? This is easily one of the most popular questions an interviewer usually asks. However, we recommend you minimize weaknesses and highlight your strengths. Remember, avoid providing any personal weakness and only focus on professional traits. Sample answer. One of my greatest weaknesses is that I often spend a substantial amount of time focusing on every minute detail. So, naturally, all my energy eventually gets drained out. Also, I get restless until I finish my work. It works for good though, as I tend to complete my work before time. And focusing on minute details also helps my precision. 20. How would you communicate with your staff members to ensure the task is completed on time? The interviewer here taps into your communication skills for task completion in a specified time. So, handle this question tactfully and share the knowledge and communication skills you have to ensure task completion. Sample answer. To ensure the task is completed within time, I would perform constant follow-ups to monitor the ongoing progress. In fact, reviewing and ensuring the progress in small segments saves a lot of time. Also, I would like to receive constant feedbacks from my staff members to evaluate the time needed for completion.